AGES Initiatives is a nonprofit organization that provides free liturgical texts and music to Orthodox churches worldwide. Clergy and chanters make up most of the users of AGES resources, but the AGES app can be useful to anyone attending an Orthodox service. Especially now when we can't have service books in the pews, you might want to download the AGES app and learn how to navigate it. The widest array of resources is available for iPhone and iPad, but there's also a simpler app available for Android devices. Here's how to get started by downloading the iOS app. I'll show you this on an iPhone, but the process is the same on an iPad. First, open the App Store. Touch the magnifying glass to open the search box. Type Digital Chant Stand, and you'll see the app. Click on Get, and then Install to begin downloading the app. When the app finishes downloading, it will look like this on your screen. Now we'll switch to an iPad for our first look inside the app. Open the app and choose Services Calendar at the top. Select the date you're interested in. I'll choose June 7th. And you'll see the possible services for that day. See all your choices by scrolling. Let's say we want to follow the service text for Matins on that day. I see 5 choices, so what do they mean? Well, the languages on the left make sense. I need to decide whether I want to see just English, or just Greek, or both languages at once. Let's say I want to see both languages, so that narrows it down to 2 of the 5 choices. Now let's take a look at what those 2 choices give us. If I choose Text/Music, I'll see the view that most chanters are using. The service text is in the left pane. As I scroll down in the service, there are links that allow me to bring up music in the right pane in both Byzantine and Western notation. This is probably more than you want to see if you are using AGES as a service book, but it can still be useful to know what it is. As a chanter, let me add, this is wonderful, and we are very grateful to AGES for making this available to us. So if Text/Music is not what I want, let's look at PDF/print. Use the arrow at the top left to go back, and now choose Greek-English PDF print. This brings up a PDF of the entire service text in the right pane. This is more likely to be helpful as a service text on an iPad. And here's one more wonderful thing. Rotate the iPad to be vertical, and you'll make the PDF easier to see. One more important thing to note if you're using an iPad that only has Wi-Fi. If you can't be connected to Wi-Fi when you're at church, you'll need to get this PDF before you leave home, and it'll still be there in the app when you get to church. Before we look at how the app works on a phone, let's do a couple of things that will make it easier to see what we want on the iPad. Touch the arrow at the top left to go back to the list of services. Then click on Filter at the bottom right. Here you can choose to only see text music or only see PDF print. You can also choose your language preferences. If we prefer both languages and PDF print, we can make those choices and our display will be much easier to use. If you're using the Digital Chant Stand app on an iPhone, it works about the same way, but you may want to do things a little differently because of the smaller screen. On your iPhone, open the AGES DCS app and select your date. If we choose PDF print on an iPhone, it can be a little hard to read, although you can use 2 fingers to zoom. Those of you with the youngest eyes might be okay with this, but others might prefer to use text music on an iPhone. Since the phone screen is too small for 2 panes, you'll see just the service text scrolling on your screen, and this is great. If this is the view you'd rather use, you might want to customize your display to get rid of the music links. Click on Media at the bottom right and turn off all the buttons. There's one more important thing to note about the Matins service. The first section of Matins, which includes litanies, the 6 psalms, and prayers, is the same from one day to the next, so that section is omitted in the service calendar of the app. To find it, use the back arrow to go all the way back to the opening page. Instead of choosing Service Calendar, choose Sacraments and Other Services. Here, choose Matins, and then Matins Ordinary. Choose Matins Ordinary again, and you'll find the beginning part of Matins. The Paschal and Ascension ones are needed at those times of year, but for the rest of the year, the Matins Ordinary file will work for you. For more information about the great work that AGES Initiatives is doing, check out their website at www.agesinitiatives.org or follow them on Facebook or Twitter. AGES was founded as a nonprofit with the blessing of Metropolitan Alexios of Atlanta and has done its great work with the help of donations from people like you. I hope this has gotten you started with the Digital Chant Stand app. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. Thanks for watching.